The good old days have been cut from this particular video for various reasons. Thank you so much for going down memory lane with me, and I do apologize for the microphone thing here. I haven't used that in quite a while, and I having some technical issues with the microphone for some reason. Anyway, nonetheless, Cornell Ridge story number 5, Pac-Man Fever. We're calling this one. Back in the day, as I said in previous vids, we used to go down home. Which called down home there, Cornell Ridge, you know, and going to Place Archives in the vault, learn exactly why it's called Cornell Ridge. Looking at the first playlist archives into the vaults, I think it's the video number 5, I believe. Yeah, number 5 will talk about what I'm talking about when I'm talking about going down home, going down to the camper. And nonetheless, we talk about Gordon Prophets there in that place. Like I said, you'll know more about Gordon Prophets if you go in there and check that out as well. I'm not going to go into that detail either. Many of you know what I'm talking about when I friends and family, close friends and family know what I'm talking about when I talk about Cornell Ridge. And talk about going down to Golden Prophets. And like I said, we used to listen to stuff on the jukebox and stuff like that. And back in the day, 1982, just last year we went down before Grandma Emma had gotten sick. We had went down, and everybody had it. Everybody had that Pac-Man fever. My cousin Lori and my Aunt Sandy used to love playing Miss Pac-Man. My cousin Joey and I used to love Frogger. Joe used to love Frogger because he thought it was funny. He sit there and he would laugh hysterically when he couldn't get past it and get run over. After a couple times, though, he got a little irritated because he couldn't actually beat the level, so then he really got mad. But Gordon had everything, you know. He had everything up to date and stuff like that. And on the jukebox, he had, you know, like I said, in 1980, Joan Jett and the Blackhearts came out with I Love Rock and Roll. He had that on there. And he also had that song that I just played there in the intro there, Buckner and Garcia, Pac-Man Fever. They made a CD of a bunch of video game about songs of video game stuff like Pac-Man Fever and Donkey Kong and Asteroid or something or another, and it made big hits really there, especially with Pac-Man Fever. My cousin Michelle, though, she's the one who had the Pac-Man Fever. Like I said, I played Pac-Man back in the day on the Atari 2600. But it was nothing like that arcade game. And like I said, Gordon had that game. You couldn't get my cousin Michelle away from that Pac-Man game. Grandma and Aunt Sandy were always like, "Come on, Michelle, now you need to go. Come over here and get yourself a bite to eat. Relax a little bit, get your head out of there." Michelle could not get her head out of there. She played and played and played and played and played and played. She had that Pac-Man fever, which is why when it come time for Pap and for Grandma Emma, one Christmas had gotten all of us kids of one of those little handheld game systems there that kind of looked like an actual game in the arcade. You know, they were shaped like and everything like that, and smaller version, of course. Since I love Donkey Kong, I got Donkey Kong. My cousin Laura, she got Miss Pac-Man. Joey, he got Frogger, and my cousin Michelle got Pac-Man. My cousin Michelle played that for hours on end. And like I said, them things took, I think they took the big size C or size D batteries, which not hardly anything anymore even takes C or D batteries now, although they do sell them. I think a flashlight may take a size D battery or whatever, but very seldom things take those kind of C and D batteries. It's always batteries like maybe like a AAA or a AA or something like that. Anyway, nonetheless, my cousin Michelle had that Pac-Man fever more or less than any of us. And I'll never forget it. Couldn't get her head out of that game. Like I said, even a little tabletop handheld type game that Grandma and Pap got us, she wore the batteries out that day and then got mad because she didn't have it and all of us had them. Needless to say, Grandma went out and made sure that Michelle had batteries and make sure that everybody had batteries, that they couldn't keep batteries on hand with Michelle. She had that Pac-Man fever. Miss going down home, miss going to Golden Prophets, miss my days as a kid, but love going down memory lane, talking about it. Thank you so much for going down memory lane with me. I'll catch you next time.